Hi, it's Kathy from Bishop Stone Yarns, and I'd like to welcome you all here to episode 62 of the Bishop Stone Yarns podcast. And so we are in June, and I guess this is my little wrap up of what I've been doing in June. And this is a podcast mainly about knitting, sewing, cross stitch, any other kind of crafty stuff that I might be doing, a bit of spinning, things like that. I am coming to you from Tasmania, which is the little island to the south of Australia. And you find me at the moment in the corner of my studio. And for those people who have watched in the past, you'll know, like last time, I was just saying that I have got little projects all around me at the moment. So I feel like I'm kind of really in the corner of my studio. Some of those projects I can talk to you a little bit about at the moment, and then hopefully do a quick video later and show you the finished products. But this is probably, I always say this is going to be a quick video, and hopefully this one will be, because I haven't actually been doing a lot of different type of crafting. I have just been doing I guess a little bit of knitting and a little bit of sewing, but it's really the knitting I'm just going to concentrate on today. So just do a quick little video just to show you what I've been doing, and then hopefully I'll be able to make a second video soon to show you some of the other things I've been working on. So it is winter here in Tasmania, and we have had some pretty cool days, but we've also had some really lovely sunny days. A few days ago we had a fantastic aurora down here, and for the first time, because I have upgraded my camera, I have finally been able to get some good photos of an aurora, which we can see from our place. We live close to the beach, and we also are kind of south facing, so we've got a really good view from the aurora. And even though it is June and winter, we have had some whales out in the bay. I actually haven't seen the actual whales breaching over the water, but I have seen their little, their little water spouts, and they were only very little when I got to see it. But of course, other people have had some fantastic photos and that of the whales actually breaching up, and a lot of tail kind of flapping and things like that. But I haven't been lucky enough this time to see that. But there's still a few more days. Hopefully they might hang around for a few more days, and then I might be able to get to see the whales. Don't think I'll be able to show you any photos of it because they are quite a long way, or they're in the bay, and I don't think my camera is going to pick anything up that's worth showing. So that's probably what's been happening around here at the moment. Let's get on with some knitting, I think. So I have been working on this jumper. If I kind of put it up nice and close so you can have a look. It is Arboreal by Jennifer Steingass. I have knitted some for other jumpers. Maybe if I take it out of its, hold on. Let me take it out of the plastic. It might make it easier to look at. So I have knitted other of her jumpers before, and I quite like them. And this jumper, I have actually knitted this jumper before. So I was going to say, if you want to find me around the internet, you can find me as Bishop Stone Yarns on Instagram. You can find me as Bishop Stone Yarns on Facebook, and you can find me on Ravelry as Bishop Stone. I also have a blog called Bishop Stone Yarns, which sometimes I add to and sometimes I don't. But if you want to go on to, if you're on Ravelry, you can go up and have a look at Bishop Stone Yarns, and in my projects you'll see that I've already done this, made this jumper before. When I made it before, it was in a dark blue and white, and I really enjoyed knitting the jumper before, and I really liked the blue. I really liked everything about it except for the fact that when I finished the jumper, it fitted me, but it was very snug, to say the least. So it was a little bit too tight. I wasn't really, I mean, I could wear it, but like I'd feel a bit uncomfortable wearing it out. Like I wouldn't wear it out and about because it was just a little bit too tight. And so I ended up giving it to my daughter, So I have finally got, and I've always been thinking, ever since then I thought, oh, I should have a go at knitting it again. So I have found some wool in my stash. I couldn't find any blue, which is what I was really hoping to kind of like replicate the dark blue and white that I used for the previous jumper. I couldn't find any, but I did find some green. So this is where I'm up to at the moment. I'm going to have to try and hold the whole thing up, so if you can see. So I found this green, which maybe if I come up really close to the camera you might be able to see. It's like a mottled green, so it's green, there's some yellow and slightly kind of flecky color to it, which I really like. And the wool I've been using is Real Wool Shetland from Trends by Peyton. So it's an 8-ply. So this is the band from the wool. Maybe if I take it back it might. So this was in shade 9893. I don't know how old this wool is. I don't know if you can still get it or not. It was in my stash. I don't know how long it's been there, but it is lovely. It's 100% wool, and it comes from New Zealand. There we go. So 100% New Zealand wool, and I have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls of this. That's all I had, and I think I might have had like maybe a third of a ball or something as well. So I thought I would just start and knit as much as I could. As you can see, I've got this far on the sleeves, so both the sleeves are even, and then on the, well, if I can show you, I don't even know if you can see where the change is, but I got to just before the rib. I was able to get to about here before I had to change to another green that I have in my stash, and I think it matches quite well. I don't think you can really see much difference. If I can, camera's not really going to play today, but there isn't a great deal. It's just that the new wool that I've used is just a straight green, and it is ever so slightly lighter in terms of slightly, what would I say? It's still an 8-ply wool that I'm using, but it's not as rounded, I guess, as this one, the pure wool. So what I have been using is Cleckhaven's 8-ply kind of pure new wool. Doesn't have to say anything else. In this color, and this color is 98. This is a lovely color. I love this. This is a lovely kind of green. It's very oh, I was almost going to say is it 1950s kind of green kind of color? I don't know. I quite like it. It's very nice. So I have started using that. I think I'm on my second ball at the moment. So I've added, I think, about 3 rows in stocking stitch, and then I've done the ribbing. So this is what I have so far. I really like it. Really like it. And if I don't know if I stand up, if it kind of doesn't really help you see it much anymore, but I've tried this one on. It fits me. It's nice and warm, and hopefully I'll get a little bit of wear out of this, because we've still got June and rest of June and July of winter to go. So very happy with this one. I'll just add a little bit more to the sleeves and the cuff, And yeah, that will be that. Very nice. I really, really like it. Really, really, really like it. So very happy that I finally got around to knitting this jumper, which has been on my list to knit for the second time for a long time. So, and that was a pattern. I actually got this pattern just off Ravelry as well. So I bought it along with a couple of the other patterns from Jennifer Steingass. So if you're looking for it, you can find it on Ravelry. Yeah. So that's what I have been doing. A lot of my time has been taken up with knitting this jumper. I have also started another knit. I just wanted a simple, easy kind of knit. I don't know if you remember last time I showed you this wool here. This is a sock wool that I had dyed up with cordata leaves that I had, which I really, really love the colour of this. So I went looking on Ravelry for a pattern for a scarf, and all I wanted was quite a long, thin scarf that I could just wrap around. So I found a free pattern on Ravelry, and I think it was called the picot edged scarf. So if you want to have a look at this pattern, just go on Ravelry and look for picot edge scarf. And this is all I have done so far. I had actually knitted a bit more of this, but I kind of went back and restarted the whole thing because I wasn't really happy. I don't think I was paying attention or something when I had started the other one, and it was a little bit lopsided. So it's a very easy pattern. It's a two row repeat, and you just, so this is going to be the center of the scarf here, and then you're just knitting backwards and forwards, adding picot edge as you go, getting longer and longer and longer and longer as you go. So yeah, I was going to originally knit a pair of socks out of this wool, but then I thought it's just so gorgeous. It's too nice to knit socks out of. Now I'm just wondering if, anyway, I'll keep knitting a bit more on this and I'll see how it goes. And I'm not quite sure if I'm going to use all of this wool or not in this scarf, but we'll see. It is nice and soft, so it will make a nice, lovely scarf. And I'll let you know next time how I'm going with it and what I think of it. It's an interesting, so you can see the little, I can kind of put it like this, you can see the little picot edges on there. Yeah, I'll wait and see what I think about it. I might pull it all apart and start a different type of scarf. I just wanted something easy, something with mainly stocking stitch or garter stitch, long, thin, but still enjoyable to knit. So we'll see how that goes. So that's all the knitting that I've really been doing. The other thing I've been thinking about is I've got this was my hand spun yarn that I don't think I had it here last time to show you, but this was my hand spun yarn here that I had dyed up with the cordata as well, and it still has that lovely eucalyptus smell. Oh, I love it. For those of you who aren't in Australia or haven't smelt eucalypt, you're really missing out on something really nice because it's a lovely smell. So I have this here, which I had been thinking maybe I will knit myself a beanie out of, because I do need a really good winter, just a really nice warm winter beanie. I thought maybe this might be the good thing to do, a beanie in, just a plain beanie, because there's a variation in the colour. I wouldn't really need to put any pattern or anything with the beanie. I could just knit a nice straight beanie, and the colour will add a little bit of interest because it varies a little bit. they're my thoughts at the moment. But I have to think about something that I'm going to start knitting once I finish this jumper. So, yes. And the other thing I'm hoping to start soon is this jumper here. How do you say it? The Fiorellino. Is that how you say it? By Isabel Kramer. And I kind of thought, well, I've got a bit of time before spring comes, so this is what I'm thinking I would really, really like to make. I don't know if I've got anything in my stash that I can use for this. Hopefully I do have something in my stash I could use. But this has got lovely kind of detail here. I don't know if you can pick it up in the picture or not, around the yoke. So instead of having colour work on the yoke, it has these lovely intricate kind of stitch patterns. Yeah. And I actually haven't knitted myself a short sleeved top before, so that would be really, really nice to do. Yeah, so that's another thing for me to have a think about, add to my projects. I haven't started cross stitching yet since I finished my little bunny. Yes, but I have been doing other things apart from just my knitting and that. I might just go and grab a couple of them to show you. Okay, I'm back again. We are heading up to winter solstice, so at the end of this week it will be winter solstice, and the local school and homeschool and community house have a lantern parade, which I guess a lot of places these days have lantern parades kind of coming around the solstice time. When my children were at school, they were at a Steiner school, and they used to have lantern parades and midwinter festivals, and yeah, it was always just fun, and it's nice to go out in the dark, and it's nice to see all the kids with their lanterns and stuff. So this year I decided, we usually go along to the Lantern Festival because I like to have a look at the lanterns and the bonfire, and it's just a nice little community thing that happens. So this year I decided I'd go along to the workshops, and there have been two workshops. One has been on making a kind of a lantern in a box, so using a cardboard box with a picture at the front. So one of the things I had worked on was, this is one of my lantern fronts here. This is a stylized version of a native Tasmanian plant called a billy button, which grows on quite long stems with a beautiful yellow head of seeds on it, and they are generally taller than these stems, but since this is a stylized version, so that is one that I had worked on. So that one is going to go in into a box lantern for the night, so that will go to the festival. And then my second one, which is going to be attached to a lamp, is part of an installation which is going to be the Green Man. So here is my lovely Green Man, and if you can imagine, there'll be a light shining in behind him. So here's my green man with his autumn leaves. I can't show you all of it, but you can get the gist of. So he will be attached to an like a round lantern, and round oval lantern. The other one will be attached to a box lantern. Then on top of those two things, I've made a jellyfish lantern, so that's going to be one that's going to be hanging up in a tree, and it's got some lights inside it. It's made out of fabric, and then my daughter and I have been making a second jellyfish lantern as well out of fabric, which will also go up in a tree. So that is probably what I've been thinking and making and doing lately. I did go along to another workshop at our local community house today where we made what's called fusible plastic. So we were using plastic inside, like a plastic sleeve. So you could put plastic or bits of material, wool, things like that into kind of like plastic sleeve, and then you iron it and the plastic kind of melts together. So you end up with something that can hang and let light through it. And you can either make it abstract, or you can create like little pictures. And the group that went in the workshop before us, they were homeschoolers, and they made some of the cutest little pictures and designs, and it was just a lot of fun. So those will also be hanging up at the Lantern Festival. So hopefully I can try and get some photos or some videos of that and make a little video at the end of this week to show everyone what it looks like, and hopefully the ones that I've made will look okay. I'm sure they will. It's all about participation, isn't it? It's not quite so much about how realistic or fantastic they look. It's just I've had a lot of fun making them, and I've had a lot of fun getting back into the just the enjoyment of making stuff, because I do love making stuff. And so it's been fun going to the workshops and been fun making some little lanterns as well. So not so much knitting, not so much sewing going on this month, but still lots of making and lots of thinking about making, which also sometimes I think that's almost as much fun as the making, coming up with ideas, thinking about possibilities and what you could do, what you could use. I would still like it if my stash went down just slightly quicker than it is, but it isn't. But I guess we're all kind of quite similar in that way. We all have such a big stash, and then it doesn't seem to go down as quickly as we would like it to. But at least I've been good. I haven't been buying any more wool or anything. Oh, that's the one thing I forgot to bring in here, was I had been given a gift voucher for my birthday from one of my sons, and actually I went in, and it was for a wool shop, and I went in and I didn't buy any wool, but I did buy a pair of circular needles and some needle stoppers, and I think there was something else I bought as well that I can't remember what it was, but no. So yeah, I haven't been buying wool. Needles and needle stoppers I don't classify as adding to the stash, because there was one pair of needles, the circular needles, that I really needed, and I couldn't believe I didn't actually have a 3mm circular needle, but I do now. So yep, that's it really. Just looking around to see, have I done anything else? I don't think so. I haven't done any work on my quilt, so I'm just hoping once these lanterns are finished and we have the lantern parade, and when I stop and think about the amount of time I've spent making these little lanterns for, they will have a life of 2 hours at the lantern parade, and then I feel like I can kind of be moving on. It's not like when knitting, where you spend time, you knit a jumper and you can wear it for years. My poor little lanterns will have a lifespan of about 2 hours, shine their light, and be hopefully enjoyed by some of the children, and then then they can be repurposed to something else. But like I said, it's all the enjoyment of making, and if you're interested in, if you enjoy making things as well, just leave a comment below. Let me know what you've been making, because I always love to hear what people have been making, what they've been doing. Okay, well, I guess I am just kind of rambling now. So I think I should probably say goodbye. And I hope everyone's had a lovely June, whether you're in the Northern Hemisphere with all that sunshine, or if you're in the Southern Hemisphere down here with us enjoying winter. I must say we haven't had a particularly cold winter yet, so there's still time. I've got all my winter jumpers out now, so I'm wearing a lot of my hand-knitted, hand-spun jumpers, which is always really, really nice when winter comes around and I can get out my hand-spun jumpers. So this one has been around for a while, and it's still nice and warm. This one's a wool and alpaca mix, and yeah, they do a fantastic job. Okay, I hope everyone's been crafting and having a nice time. Please, if you like the video, just give me the thumbs up, and yep, if you're not subscribed, subscribe and all that kind of stuff, and leave a comment, because I always love to hear from everybody. So I'll say bye for now. Bye-bye.